Hello, welcome. In today's video, we are going to build this amazing rich text editor component. Okay, I'm so excited about this project because we have an upcoming big project which is going to be a full stack portfolio, whereby we are going to have all these project thing upload, the blogs and everything. But before that, I thought actually have to take in this component because we are going to be using it in that big project. So I want first to break it down before we reach there, so that by the time we reach there, you're already familiar with this concept. So you have been seeing online people talking about rich text editors, and this is going to be one amazing component if you understand how it works. So I'm just going to show you how this works and the demo of what we are going to build in this video. So I have on my screen two cards, and I have a title here, amazing rich text editor, and then on the left I have the editor itself, and on the right I have the blog view. So whatever you type on the left shows up on the right. Okay, so the first thing, we have this title. By the way, if I change the title, even the slug automatically changes. If I type something on the title, for instance, my first blog post, you can see that as I'm changing the blog post, the title also change, the slug also changes, and then I can type in also here the description. I can add some stuff. Okay, so like and subscribe, just like that. You can see it is changing on the right. Now the most amazing, so from these first three, these ones are the common things, okay, but they look at the blog content, guys. So on the blog content, we have this amazing rich text editor. Okay, it is fully fledged rich text editor, which actually you can populate in your own data. Okay, you can add in lists, you can add in content. As you can see, whatever you type on the left, okay, shows up on the screen. On the right, I have this image is showing this, and that's not enough. We can actually add in snippets of code, guys. We can add in a code snippet. I've always wanted to create a blog whereby I can insert in my snippets, because this is very important for me. All the time I make a blog, I must actually include some snippets because it's about programming. And this is even selectable. Someone can copy and paste. Okay, so that is the amazing part of this, and we are going to see how we are going to build this from scratch. Okay, we're just going to see this, how we are going to build this in this video. Okay, so if you want to see how I built everything, plus even these customizations, whereby the links you put this side, they have this custom, and even the code snippets, they are in black. Okay, just like this. You're just going to see how to build everything from scratch. So if you're happy and you want to build this component with me, simply dive into the video. Hello, welcome. In today's video, we are going to build something amazing, and we are going to build a blog editor. Okay, so I have an upcoming video which is going to be a long video, whereby we are building a full stack portfolio, and it will be having a lot of unique components, and one of the components in that video is a blog editor. Now, in most cases, when you look on internet, more especially on YouTube, people have built blog sites, and this is normally what they do. They always have, you have like a blog title. Okay, you can see on my screen right now, I have a title here, and then I have two cards. One card is showing the editor, and one card is showing a blog view. So in the editor, someone can type in like the title of the blog. Okay, maybe you can just say here, my second blog, and you can see that I have the blog title and it is showing up on my view, and I have the slug, which by the way is automatically generated. I'm going to show you that how I'm generating that slug automatically. And then I have here the description that you can add more stuff there, and you have the view here. Okay, I think this is a very simple stuff, because in normal circumstances, if you go to look at the blogs, they are always detailed. Okay, if right now I went maybe to which blog site can I go and view? Maybe you can just see Next.js, whatever, maybe 13. Okay, just say Next.js 13, and you enter. You just land on any blog, not just inside just their site, but you can just go and maybe land on any blog. Okay, there is a blog here with this log, is it log rocket? So you can just like, a blog is always extensive. You have all these things going on, crazy stuff. You have the images, you have the descriptions. This is how a normal blog looks like. Okay, so if you're just going to write this type of stuff, this one, having just a description like this won't work. This will be a really a mediocre blog. Okay, if someone came here and you type a description, maybe just go and type copy a bunch of text like this. Okay, just copy like this and paste. Okay, just paste this here. So this in actual sense, you have something like this. You are limited to this. You can't add images. Even when you have spaces inside, you see you have no space. You can see all the spaces have been removed. So this in my view, it doesn't work as a blog. As you can see here, you have this text here, and then this is the same text, but there's no this space. There's no others were links, like this GitHub was a link. Sorry, if I just take back this one here, you can see that this, for instance, some are links, these ones. Okay, but in this is so much limiting. So we're just going to take it one step further, and we'll put in a editor. Okay, a rich text editor, and a rich text editor is normally what is called WYSIWYG, which is what you see is what you get. Okay, like what you type in exactly this side is what you're supposed to see exactly this side. Okay, and that is the component we are going to build. Okay, so the first thing I'm just going to do is taking you through what I have already written. This I don't think this is very hard. I'm just going to take you through very fast how I managed to do this, and then we start from there. Okay, so I already have a Next.js 14 projects running. Okay, I'm not sure, is it Next 14? I'm not sure, but let me just check here on top. Next one, yeah, it is Next 14. Okay, so I already have my Next 14 project working, and I'm just going to move you through what I have already in place. I have just a normal app. If I just close all these, let's just close all these, and I take you very slowly. The first thing I have is the app. Okay, and by the way, this environmental I can delete. It has nothing to do with this project. Okay, so I have the app. In the app I have layout, which I have nothing much in the layout. Okay, I have the page, and this is where all the code is. I have the my styles in Sass. Those ones who follow my videos, they know I like Sass, and there is nothing in Sass. I've written customary. I have only tailwind, and I'm importing this in the layout here on top. Okay, and then next I have this page, and this is where all the code is. So you just sit here and I explain this. Now, one, I have roasted React icons installed. That's why I have this plus, and this plus is the one you see on this create blog. Okay, you can just install roasted React icons. Then I have 3 states. Now, as you can see, I have the title, slug, and description. So these are the 3 states. 1 to keep the title, 1 to keep the slug, and 1 to keep the description. Okay, and one unique thing is how we are generating the slug. I'm just going to show you that in a second. So the first thing is I have the forms. So I have here the title. You can see I have a div. Inside the div I have this title, which is, you can see the title here on top, amazing rich text editor. And then another thing I have is I have a grid. If you just check inside here, I have 2 cards in a grid. I have grid code 1, LG grid code 2, P8, and gap. And this is just to create these two cards. And these 2 cards, you can see they are already responsive, like on small screens. Okay, it should show only 1 card. That is something that is very easy to do. I don't think you have any problem doing that. Just like to put, simply put that. Okay, let me just close out this. Okay, so these are the two cards. This first one has a form. Okay, this first one has a form, and the second one is just a view. Okay, so if I just show you the one of the form, is a normal form. Okay, inside here I have a normal form which is taking in on submit, handle submit, and I have the title, blog title, which is having input, and you can see on change I'm having this handle title, and then I have the same thing for the slug. Okay, the slug on change, set etag.value. We are going to see that this is for the slug. When it changes, then you have this description. So that's normally the normal stuff. We have the description. It has the same thing on change, which sets the description to e.target.value. So this is something that is a starting point we are having. The only tricky part I want to explain very well is how the slug is being generated. So you see that the slug on top here, we are being inside the slug, set slug to this empty. Okay, so meaning that if you manually, actually you can manually create a slug. Okay, by the fact that it has on change e.target.value. So I mean, it's like you can just come here and actually add your own slug. This is modified. Okay, you can add some stuff on your slug. Okay, but by default, you said whatever you put here on top is going to be generated down here, but doesn't stop you from modifying it. Okay, you can modify it. And how are we doing that? If you check on top here on handle title, and this handle title is running on a change on blog title. So if you just look on blog title, we have on change, which is handle title. Okay, and when I move on top here to handle title, it takes in an event, which is normal, and we first get the new title by saying new title is e.target.value. Okay, now we set the title to the new title, which is cool. This is so much normal. Okay, now here, this is where we do the auto slug. So you see, first generate the auto slug, and I'm having a function here called generate slug, which takes in the title. Now then after generating this slug, then we set the slug to this auto slug, and you can see the generate slug actually depends on the new title. Okay, now what is this function? I have this function in libs. Okay, let's just go and see this function in libs. So in libs, I have this export function, generate slug, which takes in a title. Okay, it first converts the slug into lowercase. Okay, you can see here they have const slug is equal title. The first thing we do to it, we convert it to lowercase. This is a normal function. Now the rest of these ones are regular expressions. I don't expect you to cram this one, okay? You don't need to cram this, but what you need to understand is that you can use this function wherever you want. You can replace spaces with dashes. So wherever someone adds a space, you add the dash using this regular expression. And you can also replace, you can remove non-word characters, okay? Non-word characters, when someone puts something, some weird character, you can remove it. You can replace multiple consecutive dashes with a single dash. Remove dashes from the beginning and dashes from the end. And after doing all these ones, now you can return the slug, okay? So of course I'll just leave you, I'll give you the code and you can take deeply on this, okay? This is not the main thing. This is just what I wanted to show you, that you can actually have your function that generates the slug, okay? And now let's go back this side now. So up to this point we are very much set. And if I show you the second part of the card, so this is the first card which has the form. So in other words, this one is the blog editor, and then down here we have the blog view. So here we have the blog view, and in the blog view, if you look inside in the blog view, we just simply have the title blog view, and then we have the title, which is blog title, just like that, and it's just taking the title, and this one is taking the slug, and then this one is taking the description. As simple as that. And this is actually to represent the normal full stack way of doing things. So when you create a post here, this is saved in the database, and then this one is fetched back, okay? That is as simple as that. You create a blog post here, this goes to the database, okay, and then you are redirected, or when you view the blog, you have your blog here. As we have said, what we want to extend the functionality is not just only using this the description, okay, is to use actually a editor, a rich text editor, which has capabilities of adding bolding, adding code, adding amazing stuff, okay? So one thing that you can notice also is that if I have also the handle submit function, which is simply creating a new blog just this way. New blog is title, slug, and description, and I have console.log blog, meaning that if I just simply go to F12 and actually I try to create a blog post here, I have this as already this one, and this you can send this to an endpoint. You know that very well. I can just simply send the new blog to an endpoint, which can send it eventually to the database. And we'll see that in our full stack portfolio that is coming up soon. And by the way, if you want to see that coming up soon, hit the like button, share, and subscribe, okay? More nice content is coming, guys, and I want you to be really nice developers. I'm putting all my energy to make sure that we turn all people who want to develop. This is the best time to become a developer, guys, okay? So let's just jump in and see how we are going to modify this, okay? So now I've taken through what I have so far. So what I want is I'm just going to add, I'm just going to take off, I can just simply take off this one, this description, okay? And instead, I'm just going to replace it with a natural editor. And which editor are we going to use? So in this, we are going to use a React Quill editor, okay? There are so many editors out there, okay? We have the draft, we have the editor 5, you have, there are so many, tip tap, so many editors you can use, but I've just tried to actually screen through all of them. Trust me, I just looked in through all of them, and I found that React Quill is somehow more simpler to implement, guys. Okay, React Quill is somehow more simpler to implement, and it gets the work done. Okay, so we're just going to use the React Quill, and you could just go on the new and you say React Quill, just like that. npm, you will eventually land on this npm for the React Quill. Okay, you can just land onto this one, but I always just want to go to GitHub. Okay, just click on this home page and it will take you to this page here. Okay, I always just want to use the GitHub because it has the documentation, sometimes updated documentation. So just go to that, and the first thing to do is actually installing the editor. Install React Quill, just like that. I'm just going to drop it in here. Okay, just create a new bash terminal. Okay, and just simply install this. npm install React Quill, save. Okay, so let's just, as it is installing, let's go and dive in on how it works. So if you look at it, it is very easy to implement. You have to install it, and the only thing you just need is only one component, which takes in the theme and the value, and even on change. Okay, it has this the same actually architecture we are using. It is having here the state. Okay, it has the state, and then it has the value, and I can just simply create the state very fast, and I'm just going to set this one as content. So on top here, I'm just going to add one more state, and instead of value, I'm just going to use content. Okay, just say here content, and then here I'm just going to have set content, as simple as that. Okay, so that is great. Now another thing, let's see, is it still installing? Let's just see here. Okay, so it has already finished installing. As you can see here, it has finished installing. So now we can use actually the actual editor. So the only thing we just need is to bring in this, also bring the CSS. Okay, just bring the CSS on top here, down, add the CSS, and they're using the Quill Sono. This is the theme of the Quill editor, and the only thing you just need to do is just bring in this component. As simple as that. Just bring in this component, and we just replace, we just go ahead and go to where we have the description. So in not the view, so we can first take off this view, and we go in the editor here. Okay, in the editor where we have the description, so we have the slug. Okay, then we have this description, so we can leave the label. I'm just going to minimize the text area, and I can take this off. And by the way, in actual sense, by the way, you can also leave this description, because this description can act as an SEO blog description or a summary description. So I just leave this description on. What I'm just going to do maybe is actually duplicating this. Okay, I'm just going to duplicate this. I just duplicate that, and I'm just going to say here content. Okay, content, and I'll just say here blog content. Okay, blog content, and here HTML for blog content, blog content, as simple as that. And this one, just say content, only content. Okay, so here I'm just going to remove this text area. We don't need this text area at this point. I'm just going to put our component. Okay, So just get the component, which is React Quill. Just see it very well. It is React Quill. So it takes in the theme, value, and on change. React Quill. So down here, I'm just going to say React Quill. Okay, from React Quill, just like that. First of all, it takes in the theme, which is snow. In this case, it takes in the value, which is in this case the content, and it also takes in the on change. Okay, so I think on change, is it on change? I think it's on change, and on change, which is going to be set content set. This is supposed to be a function, right? Let me just confirm if it is just a function. Okay, on change is equal set value. So just say on change set content. As simple as that. Okay, let's hope we have no errors. Okay, so we have the React Quill, we have snow, we have the value, and everything looks amazing. Now let's see how we have any errors so far. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have broke content, but we don't have anything showing up. And probably, is it because we have it in a form? Okay, let me just see if everything is okay. We have React Quill, we have the snow coming in. Okay, okay, so if I just want to confirm if everything is okay, I can confirm if everything is okay by by putting this like outside the form, so that I see how this is going to behave. Quickly just put outside the form, like under the blog editor here. Let's put this, and let's see how it looks like. Okay, so on top here is okay, and how about down? Oh, okay, it has finally rendered. Okay, so we don't need it here. Okay, I was just testing if it is refusing to work inside the form, but it is looking amazing, guys. Look at that now. Look at that, guys. Okay, look at this. This is so slick. Look at this. This is so slick. We have the headings. Okay, and now to show you, if I just went and copied this text. Okay, of course we don't have the view yet, but I can copy this text the way it is, come paste it here. Okay, so just look at this, guys, and you have actually the links remaining here. Okay, you have the links remaining here, and everything, look at this, everything is looking amazing. For instance, I can add the title, you can add here subtitle, maybe Next.js is great, and I can add space. Okay, and this, by the way, makes really a lot of things. We can even create an editor for like email templates. Guys, if you want to see the email template tutorial coming up, building an email marketing tool, guys, you can hit the like button. Guys, subscribe and comment also in the description if you want to see the email marketing tool being built. We can build an email marketing tool where we can send email templates that are customary built. Okay, so we can just do this. Okay, something like this. You can go ahead and change this to heading 2. Like, this is right now powerful. Okay, let's take it one more step further. Okay, So we have this, but of course we have the lines, and out of the box they give you these ones. You can bold, italize, and line, and you can add a link. Okay, if you want to make this a link, you can just simply click on it and you can enter the link. Okay, you can add lists. If you click on this, you can just say line 1, you can just say line 2. So this is really great now. I'm liking this. You can have the bullets, you can even have this underscore thing going on. But one take it one more step further, and that is like to customize it. Okay, now if you go on customization, you just see down there you can actually customize. But before we customize, what I want to see or what I want to check is one. First of all, let's first get this content. Okay, whatever we are typing there, let's add it here. Okay, so I'm just going to add here down content. As simple as that. Now when we go and print out, the amazing thing is that all this, if you go and check it in the description, okay, I'm just going to copy again this. And by the way, even if you copy the image, that is just in a second, but I just want to show you. Let's just paste this. Okay, now I want us to go and type here some summary description. Okay, summary description. If I just go to the console, F12, okay, and I just want to just simply application listen for blah blah, what is that? Okay, so what I want is I'm just going to clean this and create blog post. And if you look at the details here, you have the content, guys. So the content is this whole thing here is having this HTML. You can just hover here and you see it is a bunch of a huge HTML. Okay, so in normal circumstances, what we need to do is we have to get something which can receive HTML and render it or pass it onto the UI. Okay, so that what we type here, okay, we can store it in the database. Okay, then later on we can retrieve it back from the database, okay, and then show it on the UI. So what we can do is we must have one thing which is HTML parser. Okay, we have to get something which is going to pass the HTML code back into the normal text onto the UI. Okay, and in this video we're just going to use this one called html-react-parser. By the way, there are also so many onto the market. There are so many. There is in fact React HTML parser, but the one I found that is very easy to use and the one nice one is html-react-parser. Okay, so you can also just type in all this html-react-parser npm. You can just come and say HTML, okay, React parser, just like this, and you just say npm, and this will run you onto the npm. And if you want to know it is the one, what I just noticed is one thing. I'm just going to show you on this package when we reach on it. First of all, it should have this kind of by the way, you can also look at know the popularity of the package on the wiki download. You can see this is crazy. The number that is crazy here in 1 million plus, so that shows you how popular this package is. Okay, so when you go to their GitHub, you can click on this link and go on this GitHub. Okay, so onto the GitHub. By the way, you should also look at this thing on npm. So what we can first do is installing it. Okay, so just going to install it here very fast. Okay, just going to install it very fast. I just pull up my terminal, just like this. I'm just going to install it here, npm install html-react-parser. Okay, so meanwhile, while it is downloading, let me show you how this works. So basically how it works is that you import the import pass from html-react-parser, and then you simply just use the pass here and then you pass the HTML. As simple as that, guys. That is how simple to use it. There is nothing much. Simply put the pass and then you put the content, and that will be it. Okay, that will be it. And you can just see here, you simply pass and then you pass your multiple elements, whether you have one, whether you have many, it is okay. Just simply pass like this. Okay, and I'm just going to simply copy this. If I just copy this, hoping it has finished the installation, I'll just confirm. Okay, done. Okay, it has already installed. I'm just going to drop this. Okay, and so what I'm just going to do onto this, I'm just going to go to the second one. So we have the editor and we have the view. So inside the view, okay, inside the view here, where is the view? So we have the description. So under this, okay, under this, I'm just going to also put the same thing, and I'm just going to put dot sm, okay, call span, and you can just say call span full or call span 2. It is the same thing. Here I'm just going to put now this. Okay, you can pass, and you can just first add this title, okay, on top here, just like this, that this is the blog content. Okay, blog content. And then down here I can add this parser or this pass. Okay, I'm just going to add this into this, and you see you can pass in the code just as simple as that. Remove this. You can pass in the code just like this. Okay, and I'm just going to go and onto the screen and see if this works. Just go onto the editor. Let's see if you have any errors. Okay, we have the errors. Pass is not defined, of course. Simply import this from the, by the way, be careful, sometimes it suggests this. You shouldn't import from this next build or something. Simply just copy it from here. Just import it here. Import pass, just like this. And let's import it on top. Okay, just import on top here. And now let's go back. So right now we just see, wait and see. Okay, so you can see here is showing the blog content and just this list. Okay, so what we want, instead of showing this one, we want it to show the content. Okay, so just go to the blog content here, and instead here pass in the content. Okay, as simple as that. Pass in the content. And now what I just want to do is I'm just going to go to this blog again, copy this, come back to the app. First, let me give it a title, my first. But this is cool, guys. Look at that. We just simply type things. My first blog post. Okay, so you have the Slack generated. Very well, cool. You can add, here is the summary description. Okay, and then I can just come and paste this. Okay, paste that. Look at that, guys. So we have, first of all, is that the spaces, as you can see, we have the spaces. The spaces you have in here, they are reflecting in here, first of all. So for instance, if I want to add space here onto this one, add the space comes onto this one, this side. Okay, if I just go ahead and add, like, weirdly, the image. Okay, for instance, let me just edit as note, just copy this whole thing, including the image, just like this. Okay, let me actually copy up to this point, right click and copy this, and let's go back to the app, and down here paste. Okay, look at that, guys. Even the image just renders as easy as that. I can add space here. Okay, I just actually go on top on this, just add space. You see the space is reflecting. Okay, the space is reflecting very well. Okay, and now what we have to do is that we have to customize and add more stuff. For instance, the image also should be added on the toolbar. For instance, if I want to add the code block, okay, if I want to add some snippet of code, do we have any snippet of code in here? I don't know if we have the code snippet. I think this one also uses the images. Okay, I'm just going to go to the Next.js documentation, guys, and get some snippet of code. So simply just say like what? Just go to Next.js and just going to simply get like the docs. Okay, and you could just like, I don't know why we are not seeing any code here. I just maybe see installation. Okay, maybe you want to show this npx create whatever you want to show this as code. Okay, right now if I paste it, it will simply just also show up, but will not be looking, I think, great. Just down here, just simply paste it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so just see it's showing just like this. So let's just go quickly customize. Okay, add some more stuff here. Okay, so under customization onto this React Quill, you can just go and see, you can change the themes. Okay, you can also, you can see here custom toolbar, and they tell you the default toolbar elements, they just show here. The Quill toolbar module API provide an easy way to configure default icons using an array of format names. By the way, so they use, we have two things. We have the format, okay, yes, as you have seen here, an array of format names, and then here HTML toolbar. You can also supply your HTML JSX toolbar custom elements. See example on code pane. Okay, so if you want to, you can customize your own things. Okay, you can customize your own things, but to simplify this, I have it done here. So what we did, of course, the slug function, I will also leave this this notes here in the description so that you can take a look. I always make some notes. If you have been following my tutorials, I have always been making some simple notes, and this is because I wish I would learn like this, whereby a teacher can take some small notes on site and give them to me to really look through what was most important. Okay, you can see all these installing dependencies, everything, and those ones also who follow me on LinkedIn, I'll be putting the post, the full guide on LinkedIn. Okay, I will put the full guide. I think today or tomorrow it will be there. Then we have the basic usage. This is how we have used the Quill, and we simply just have few things here done. We have the Quill, which has the theme, value, and on change. What other things you can do with Quill? You can define two things. We have modules, and then we have the formats. So whatever you want to add, whatever you want to customize, as they say it here in their documentation, is that you can use the modules and the formats. Okay, they have two things, the modules and the formats. For instance, you can see here where they have the formats. Okay, you can see here editor.format, and they have this header, they have the font, size, bold, italics, and line strike, block quote. You have all this here as the under the formats. You can have all these things here. Okay, so if you just want to customize, what you do is to define the two things. Okay, the first one is the module. So you can first define the modules. Okay, and the modules take in a module is an object which takes in a toolbar. Okay, and this toolbar takes in an array of elements. Everything that shows up on the toolbar will show up on this toolbar here. Okay, now if you want to put, for instance, a heading, and this first one is called a header, this here, and if you want to define it with headings, you can see right now we have h1, h2, h3. Okay, and you have also normal. So if you want to define this, the way they define that is you put an array like this, and in the array you specify, for instance, a header, and the header actually has options. Okay, like has 1, 2, these are heading 1, heading 2, and then false. Like others, you just drop others. You want to stop on only heading 1, heading 2. Then you have the bold, italic, and this is also an array. So this is this one. Okay, this, when you specify items just in an array, it will just put them the way you see them here. Okay, so now we have this this block code. Then you have the list ordered and the list this. So these ones, there will be 2. These ones also, they will be packed together. You could even add these ones inside here, but if you want them to have some spacing in between, okay, you see there's a spacing between this first one, the spacing between this, and then the spacing between this one. So if you want to have them spacing, you space them using arrays, just like this. Then you have link, you have the block, and you can even add a code block by just adding code block true. Okay, now I'm just going to copy this. Now, then here down you have the formats. Okay, you have all these formats, and I'm just going to copy these 2 things. Okay, the module first, copy the module, and let me bring in the module. So to our stuff here, you can just go after this or after this function, whatever you just want is you can add the customizations. So just add down here customization. So you say custom toolbar, and we can paste in the modules we want. Okay, and then we also want to put in the formats. Okay, so that they can actually be able to make the format happen. So just come down here, also just put the formats, and the formats are so many, as you can see in the documentation. You have all this one. For instance, we can add the color, there is indent, okay, there is bullet. We can add all these ones. Let me add for color, right, just like down here after the code block, or even after like the link. I think I just add color like down here. There is even indent. Okay, you could add indent. I saw indent here. Okay, you can add the indentation, all these nice things here, just like that. Okay, so the only thing you just need to do after is to specify these ones as after you have named the formats and the modules. The only thing you just need to do is to add them as props, as simple as that. So you have the modules and the formats. Okay, so down here onto the quill, which is inside the blog editor, so down to where we are using it on the content, just simply add more 2 props, and that is the format and the modules. Okay, so after doing that, let's go back. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so we have now more stuff. Okay, you can see we have now more stuff. We have the code. Okay, we have the code. We have this all going on here. Okay, we have all this. By the way, they are not appearing, some of them, because we did not specify them in like this color and indent. I think we're supposed to put also them in here. Okay, so you could just come put the link, and then I think here we could just cut like the indent. Okay, just like that. And how about color? I'm not sure. Like add the color. Is it how color is written? Okay, just see that if just is going to add them here. Just like yeah, so you see here we have the color has been added. I don't know what is this. So we have the indent. I think the indent is not showing up very well, the icon for the indent, but for the color is showing up. So this color, we could add color inside this. Let me just see if I add this. The color was coming up. I think it was this indent thing that was not showing up. So you could either remove it. Okay, let me just see if I add it with these ones, if it makes any change. It doesn't. Okay, you can just search about how to put the indentation, but I'm just going to remove that. We already have the enough. Okay, so now we have this now advanced editor having so many things. Okay, so if I just go back to the blog, did I just remove the other blog? I just click on this blog for the Next.js. Okay, just any of these blogs here. I don't know if they have any images. They don't have images. The good thing, they have code blocks. Okay, they have code blocks. They just go and add here, for instance, something like this. Okay, just copy this and paste it here. Okay, so you can see this is nice. And by the way, even the link, look at that, even the link, and this is styled like this just because we're using Tailwind. Okay, I will show how we can do this, customize to have like this stuff, but we can just continue and data access layer. So we have this going on just like this. Even this one is a link. We could add space, just like that. Okay, just go ahead. Okay, I want to put the code, so let's just come here, copy this code. Now I just put the code. I just simply want to come back here, and just down here I just want to click on this code, and I can paste the code. So look at that. Okay, of course here it is passing. We can have the overflow scroll, blah blah, but you get the point. The code is very well rendered and it is looking amazing. And we could also make it look like this. In a second I will show you how we can do that, but we can also make it look like this, like in black. For instance, wherever we have a code block, we can add it in black. Okay, so one thing we can also do is, for instance, I can have some customs coding. This is the hack I think you can just use. So in this blog view, I can just add like a class here, blog view. So I can just say maybe blog view. I add a custom class called blog view. Okay, and I can just do a lot of things here with blog view. Let me go to styles. For instance, I can just say blog view, and inside the blog view I can start doing some things. For instance, links. Okay, I think we can target links. For instance, we say all anchor tags that are there, we can give them color. Let's say blue. Okay, let's just give them color blue, and let's say font weight, we can just say maybe 600. Okay, and we can just say text decoration and line text. decoration and line. I'm not sure if also this one is going to work. Then for the code, maybe pre, we can just actually target pre, and we can just say, for instance, background color to black. Okay, we can give some padding, like padding Y, padding and padding Y, top and bottom, maybe just say 10 pixels, and this one we can just give 20 pixels, and then we can have like border radius of 10 pixels. Okay, we can have color of white smoke maybe. So you can just have all this going on. You can customize, but I'm putting everything in the blog view, and I don't know if this will work. I just go and test out. Okay, so I'm just going to have this blog again. Okay, let me just go and have like the blog just in a second. Just copy this. Okay, copy, and let's go and paste into here. Okay, so we have it here, and you can see now the color is not showing up, but it is now online. Okay, yeah, and even the font weight, the color has not changed. I don't know why, but the at least you can see that it is aligned now, and this is taking place because of this here. The color has not changed, but these two have taken action. Let's just check now for the code. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to this. Okay, scroll down where we have some code. Okay, so you can go and paste in our app. So down here, just paste. By the way, just add the code and paste. Now look at this. Okay, so we have the code. Look at that. We have the code block looking exactly like how we have it this side. We have it this side, and it has some custom design. Okay, it has some custom design, and this is really cool. Okay, I just simply like this. You can see that it is taking shape, and everything is really nice. Okay, so I can just go ahead and add an image. If you want, you can click on this image. Okay, and this one will give you the image. Okay, you can open up here, and we can insert an image. Let's just get here this weird image for the thumbnail. Wow, so we just drag it. This is amazing, guys. Okay, this is really nice. So you have all this blog that is having all these details, and the good thing is that let me just show you. For instance, we can just come here, my amazing blog post. Okay, so we have the description. Here is my amazing blog. And the good thing is that if you just now press F12, the good thing is that all this we can actually have access. If I click on create, I have all this here. You can see all this. I have the data. Okay, I have all this data. I can now get it, send it to MongoDB, save it, and then I retrieve back and I show it down here. Okay, so this is very powerful, guys. This is very powerful. If you have liked watching this video, first smash the like button, and also share this content. Can tell your friends, and we have a lot to learn. Thank you so much for watching this episode. See you in the next video.